Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dowler and the patch 7.2 is coming out very soon. And Blizzard already took the liberty to change a little bit of the damage to a lot of the classes, especially for PvP. So I wanted to make this video to update you guys on everything that is going down, all the nerfs that came out for PvP, which are so good. And that is the first time I can say that I'm actually pretty happy about these nerfs, because usually I'm not a big fan of nerfs. I just rather buff everybody onto the same level, don't nerf people down. But after playing some actual arenas as Outlaw, I am pretty okay with these changes. Anyway, so I want to cover everything that is happening in patch 7.2, the quick changes, and I'll go over it right here. First of all, I want to mention this: Druids, Pharaohs, and Monks, Windwalkers got damage increases. Windwalkers got more damage sustained by 8% damage increase for Tiger's Palm, Blackout Kick, and Rising Sun Kick, which is good because Windwalkers have had great bursts, but their sustain has been on the lower side, so hopefully this will help adjust them a little. And Pharaohs, I noticed that Pharaohs are fairly squishy, and they don't seem to deal either enough damage or maybe feel like Clone might be coming back in the game. But Feral Druids now deal 4% more damage with Rake, Shred, Swipe, Thrash, Brutal Slash, Moonfire, Ferocious Bite, Ashmaid's Frenzy, which is the artifact weapon, and Rip. So good buffs for all these classes that are not really seeing that much play in PvP. Now for some PvP specific changes, and I'm very happy with basically just about every single change here, so let's get to it. Demon Hunters, Havoc, duration of Nemesis is reduced to 15 seconds in PvP. No longer do you have a buff for 20% damage increase for a whole minute. Now it's 15 seconds, which I'm okay with, because as a Demon Hunter I felt that for me that buff is there way too long. You can use it, do a lineup, get CC'd, come back after DRs are over, and then line up again. It just gives you so much room for pressure. And I'm okay with this, although I do feel like the damage of Demon Hunters might be a little bit lower, but this also gives Demon Hunters to use mobility for damage buff for like, what is it, 20% damage increase rather than the 15% from Nemesis, which I'm okay with. Damage of Chaos Strike and Annihilation reduced by 15% in PvP. This is good because I feel like Demon Hunters already have many abilities that allow them to deal a lot of damage, and the fact that I can do 2 Annihilations or 2 Chaos Strikes and get my opponent basically to half health, or half his health gone, or a third of his health gone, or a fourth of his health gone in those 2 strikes if they crit was a bit much. So I'm okay with this. Vengeance Demon Hunters, which is a tank spec, no longer deals 10% reduced damage in PvP. So if you're playing Havoc and you feel like you don't like the damage, try out tank. Maybe you'll have some fun with it. Druids, Balanced Druids now got a lot of changes, and I'm very happy after playing so many arena games against so many Druids, and I'm happy with these changes, but you guys will let me know in comments whatnot. Enemy players can now see the radius of Starfall while active, which I don't understand why we couldn't in the past. We basically can see every other AoE ability for everything else, so this is kind of good to know just how far you can get out instead of having to guess and check. Moonfire, Sunfire, and Starfall only deal 50% less periodic damage to player targets, and I'm okay with it because Boomies, I feel like, deal a lot of AoE spread pressure on the road. But Solo Wrath now deals 40% more damage to players. Shooting Stars grants 2 Astral Power on players instead of 4. Dying Stars restores 3 Astral Power instead of 8, and Intellect increased by 15%. So overall, they increase the intellect of Balanced Druids, allowing them a little bit more damage with Solo Wrath, and your cast abilities are going to be hitting a little bit harder. But they did tone down your dots, which is a great deal, because I feel like Boomies were at a point where them casting spells, being able to run around while Starfall is up and just cast for free, be able to go into bear for any defensives, and be able to dot people or cast them away for full damage, I felt like that was a little bit off. So it's kind of good to bring down the dots and bring up the casting ability. So at least they still will retain the damage, it's just the players will just have to do more than just put up dots in AFK just to deal most damage. Survival Hunters, Diamond Eyes no longer prevents you from using Ice Block or Divine Shield. I had no idea that was a thing, and I guess I should have been playing with Survival Hunters so I could beat all of them paladins, make sure they don't get any Divine Shields off. Mages, Arcane, Intellect reduced by 5%, and I'm okay with this because I've seen Arcane Mages literally one-shot people. They literally can AFK the whole time, they get one lineup, all their ability is gone, and maximum burst, so I'm okay with them nerfing it down a little bit. Frost, Concentrated Coolness now increases the damage of Frozen Orb by 225% instead of 250. That is okay. I didn't really see much issue with this, but I guess it was doing a little bit too much spread pressure in PvP. Monk, Brewmaster no longer deals 10% reduced damage in PvP. So monks, I don't know why you would want to play Brewmaster, but here's an option. Mistweaver. Woundwalker's fortified elixir renamed now fortified and brew. Mana cost of ancient Mistweaver arts to the mist reduced by 25%. Mana regeneration increased by 5%. So this kind of helps out monks in terms of arenas and their need to just drink so much water all the time, but giving a little bit more mana regen and reduces some of the cost of their spells, which is really good. Not all spells are reduced, but in general just allows them to stay in the game a little bit longer. Plus also losing a lot of the mobility with the replacement for a defensive ability, which I think gonna makes things more or less fair. We'll have to see how it comes out. Shadow Priest, intellect increased by 5%. I'm okay with that. Edge of Insanity now provides a 20% damage buff increase when you had 100 Insanity and not Void Form, instead of the 30 that it used to be. And I'm okay with that. Edge of Insanity now activates above 65% Insanity and is talented into Legacy of the Void. That is interesting, but I feel like less people will be running Edge of Insanity as of right now, which is kind of an interesting build. But I can't see why why Blizzard would make it so you can't do it. Siphon can no longer be targeted using target macros. They were dying a little bit too quickly, and the fact that priests can't shield their Siphons does make it a little bit more difficult, so I think this is okay. Let players just click to a target or whatever. Warlock's Affliction, PvP template increase intellect by 5%, and I'm good with it, because I haven't seen that many Affliction Warlocks run, and I'd love to see more of them. Demonology, ooh, another class I would love to see nerfed. Let's see what they got. The damage of Doom is reduced by 50% in PvP. Yes, I feel like they already have a lot of pressure and damage, and I feel like reducing a lot of the base abilities would be bad, but Demonology Doom, oh, with that reduced, it basically makes it that much easier for people to be able to outlast and even just overall deal with setup comps like Demonology, Warlock, Boomy, Healer, which is so annoying to deal with. So much peel and so much pressure. They basically don't have to play offensive. They can just play defensive the whole time and rot you down, which isn't fun. Destruction. Fell Fissure's duration has been reduced to 6 seconds, was 15 seconds. Blizzard, why are you kicking down Destro while it's down? I don't see that many Destro Warlocks running around, and basically the only build they have right now, as last time I looked, was the Chaos Bolt build. Now you make a Chaos Bolt even less effective? Come on. I feel like Destro needs some love, dude. Anyway, those are some of the changes that are out right now. Not sure if this is going to be 100% guaranteed, but this is something Blizzard is planning to come out by the patch that's coming out very soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which buffs and mostly nerfs. Which nerfs were you pretty excited about? I would have to say my personal favorite were the Demonology Warlock and Boomy Warlock nerfs. I'm actually fairly happy with those. I'm okay with seeing Shadow Priest do a little bit more damage in terms of intellect, and I'm more than welcome to see more Ferals and Woundwalker monks run around in PvP in the game. Anyway guys, I think this has been for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.